thrilled to be here this afternoon in the first ever performance, or second ever performance actually, of the Sunshine Coast Chamber Music Festival. This is a new initiative that was born out of the dream many years ago of our artistic director, Miss Louise King, who's standing beside me. And what we wanted to do was to bring classical music of a very, very high standard in a whole festival to the Sunshine Coast. And this is the first ever time that it's happened, so we're just so excited. And what we wanted to do when we came here today was giving you a little bit of a taste of some of the performances that are going on during the week. So our first ever performance is tonight at the Udlow Hall, and then we have various venues like the Tanawar Botanical Gardens and the Palmwoods Hall and the Budrum Hall and the Clouder Events Centre, and we're just performing all over the place at Courtenay as well with classical music. We have some very good supporters with us here today. We're here today on behalf of Helen and Rustum Sethna, who, as you know, have been philanthropic supporters of the arts for many, many years. And we're just so pleased that the arts is coming to the fore now. And when they heard about the Sunshine Coast Chamber Music Festival, they were in boots and all, and all also were very excited and very passionate about it. So I'd like to hand over to you now for them to have just a few words. And Rustum.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. And it is a lovely time for me at my age to have something like this happen. And I believe when you have music, you know how good this world is. And because music is something that everyone enjoys. There's no part of the world where music does not exist, because music is one of the things that makes people come together, think of enjoying life. And music is something I believe, touches your soul, and you forget everything when you hear music, except appreciate the music. Thank you for coming, and let us share this lovely moment together.
Thank you, Rustum, and thank you so much for your support. And I'd also like to thank the Churches of Christ for their support also in making this happen today. A round of applause for the Churches of Christ. And now could I ask Louise King to say a few words. She's our artistic director, and she's also going to introduce the artist. Thank you, Louise.
Thank you so much, Lynn. That's Lynn Cheetham, our co-chair of the festival board. Thank you for that warm introduction. It is so wonderful to be here. 9 months ago, when I was dreaming up a festival, the first program that popped into my mind was music and wellness. This is the gift. This is the gift from the festival board and all our partners to you, because I know music should be in community and in the heart of places. And when I was programming, the world experienced a global pandemic and, very importantly, lockdown. And what I'm very aware of, having family members who work both in aged care and in hospitals, that was one of the most difficult places to have events like this in those venues. So we are thrilled to be here today. Thank you so much for coming, and I can't wait to introduce to you a beautiful program. And when I put the program together, I wanted to celebrate music of calm, music of romance, music of nostalgia, and the artists were thrilled to be part of this. So I'm going to walk to the stage, and I'd love to introduce to you Alex Raineri. Come on stage, wonderful concert pianist. Please make him welcome.
Hello everyone. Thank you so so much, Louise, and it's such a pleasure. Sorry, just putting it up. Such a pleasure to be playing in this incredible new festival, and it's my pleasure to be kicking off today's concert with 3 quite short, very beautiful pieces for solo piano. The first is a work called Brown Hill Creek in Spring. It's by an Australian composer, Miriam Hyde. It's a piece that was written in 1952, and it depicts the rolling Adelaide Hills and the various wildlife and flora and fauna that come with that scenery. So I hope you enjoy this very descriptive and evocative work. I'm going to speak to you again as we go through. much. I'd like to share with you now another piece which evokes nature. This one's written a little bit earlier at the turn of the century, in the early 20th century. It's a work by Sergei Rachmaninoff, and it's a beautiful song called Lilacs, which was originally for voice and piano, but Rachmaninoff transcribed it for solo piano. So enjoy. Thank you. And finally, for this little solo set, I'd love to share with you another work by an Australian composer, Percy Granger. And this is a prelude in G major, which was inspired by J.S. Bach's Preludes.
He's obviously a very tall artist. Thank you so much for listening so beautifully. I'd just like to remind any of you, if you do require any assistance, just please put your hand in the air and members of staff here can assist you. I'd love to introduce the next artist, Raquel Bastos, and she's a little like me, a bit shorter, so I'm just going to make this a little easier for her to come on stage. Welcome Raquel and Alex.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to the Sunshine Coast Chamber Music Festival for having us play. I think wellness and music and wellness should be really paid attention to because it can be quite cathartic and can be quite healing, really. So that's what this is all about. Today I will be start by playing a piece that would be quite familiar, possibly to all of you. Maybe more so to you than to me coming from Portugal, because I shall be playing Greensleeves by Vaughan Williams, the very famous tune that was made immortal in Shakespeare's play, but appeared before, so in 1580, if I'm not mistaken, was the first time we have a record of it. I probably shall say no more. It basically is a meditation on love, and when love doesn't quite go our way. the next piece I will play comes from Portugal, which is, as I said, where I come from. A friend of mine wrote this piece. We studied together in Lisbon many, many years ago. I won't tell you how many, because you won't believe me. But yes, many, many years ago. She's become quite an accomplished composer. And she wrote this piece. This is another side of healing. And for her, she wrote this piece to help a friend cope with a very traumatic time in her life. So as we go through grief, we go through different stages, and this is definitely the stage of anger. So I hope you enjoy it. It's called Amana, which means to your sister.
that is a very nice piece. Thank you so much, Raquel. I'd love to introduce you now to a wonderful artist, Lizzie O'Keefe, and she's also going to be joined on stage with Courtenay Cleary, one of our violinists as well, who's going to provide a beautiful, evocative drone as Lizzie sings some traditional folk songs and also plays her crystal bowls. Aren't they stunning? Come on to the stage, please.
Thank you, Louis. It's so nice to be here. Thank you. So my name's Lizzie O'Keefe, and I'm a singer. And for me, music is one of my greatest friends. It's been there for me through my lowest of times. It's been there through my brightest of times. And it's a way that I can really express myself and release emotion. It's a way that I can connect to my heart and speak directly to your hearts. For me, as a lyricist, songs are an amazing way to tell stories, to bring hope, and so today I'm going to be singing two traditional songs. One's a Celtic Irish folk song, and it's called She Moved Through the Fair, and this piece is an expression of grief, and it's the story of lost love. So she moved through the fair.
She made her way piece is a very famous piece. You're welcome to join me if you know it. It was written by a man called John Newton in the 1770s. It's a song of hope, it's a song of faith, forgiveness and redemption. It's called Amazing Grace.
For today, let me introduce to you that beautiful violinist you've just heard playing drums with Lizzie. Welcome back to the stage Courtenay Cleary and Alex Raineri, who are going to finish and close our concert and play two beautiful works for violin and piano. Thank you so much for having us here. Have you enjoyed the music?
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate it. If you think anyone will enjoy classical music for the rest of the few days we have beautiful artists all the way through to the Sunday the 20th. Please do encourage people in the community to check it out and support live music again in the Sunshine Coast community. Thank you very much for having us here. Welcome Courtenay and Alex.
Johann Sebastian Bach, and in my opinion, this is the most beautiful of his solo violin works. It's the Largo from his C major sonata. And anyone out there who is a fan of the Royals, I actually performed this one for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II a couple of years ago at Westminster Abbey for the Commonwealth service. So please enjoy. I'd like to welcome Alex back now. We're going to play what I think is an underplayed gem of a work. It's by Amy Beach, who is a early 20th century American composer, and this is her Romance for violin and piano, and it's one of my very favourite works. It's very cathartic, it's very meditative in some places, and it explores the full range of the violin. I hope you enjoy it.
Courtenay and Alex, and that was just played with so much passion. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So can we have another round of applause for those two? And can we bring all of the artists back on stage, please? Courtenay, Alex, Raquel, and Lizzie, please come back on stage to take a final bow. Bravo, all the artists. We'll have to keep clapping until they come out. Yes. A little bit louder, a little bit louder. Yes, oh, here they are. Well done. Thank you guys, that's fantastic. And we'd just like to have the final word. Helen Sethna would like to say a few words to you before we leave.
Thank you all very much for coming today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I know you have by the applause. I won't take a lot of time thanking people, but the music, Louise, the artists were beautiful. Pleasure. But I wasn't on the menu, but I decided to put myself on because this is a new initiative, and what has impressed me, and I wanted people to think about it, is, well, first of all, this has evolved in a year with only 10 committee meetings, this chamber music group, and it just shows what can be done with a proper vision and a work ethic and a dedication to what you want to produce at the end. That is one thing I wanted to point out, that if we really want to get there, we can actually make it happen. And thank you. The second important thing is you have recognized this word I keep forgetting. Well, I'll get back to it. The old population that has been forgotten a lot by people in the world. Oh dear. And that is why I wanted to speak up, because we have somehow allowed, as old people, we've allowed that to happen to us. And there's no need, because we're all getting to the point that Rustum and I are at this moment. And it's a matter of your journey and how you feel about yourself. And so I want to ask people to have respect for themselves, no matter what they've done in life. And if you have respect for yourself and you feel that you've done your best, then people will have respect for you, and there's no need to fall away and pretend that life's not worth living. I think it's really important. The other thing is that on this coast, because of our weather, and that's why I'm here, we are always going to have an old population, and demographics, there's the word I've been finding. We're the older demographic on the coast, and we have to respect our old demographics, because they've done a lot for us. And the other thing is, they are not inert bodies. They still have minds, and as Rustum pointed out, he came to music a bit later in life, but when I spoke to him about his talk today, he forgot to say it, but he said, it's the engagement. We may not be able to talk or see or whatever, but it's the engagement in the things that we used to do that is important in our older life. And I really hope that that message gets out. And I'm not sure if Adriana's here, but she and I have the same philosophy about aging, and we call it the 4th stage of aging, and I know that is also shared by the Thompson Institute professors who are doing a study in healthy aging. And some of their wonderful research that's being done here on the coast will appear in our new lifestyles in the future. And just think about it, where it's all happened here, but nobody ever talks about that. It's just as important as sports and everything else that we do in life. And I think we need to get more of a balance in life. Well, there's a couple of other things I wanted to say. There's some very important people here today that you'll never know about if I don't mention their names now, because we're not in the right profession like sports and business. The first one I'll say is Gary Mears, who is a retired events manager, who put our iconic theatre together and made it so comfortable. He has also just received an award, a lifetime award for his contribution to the arts in Australia, and he's been made a life member. And the second person I would like to thank is Adriana, and she's at the back there. She is going to have a new position, but, and you'll be hearing a lot more from her, but she is a specialist in dementia, and we're very lucky to have her on the coast. But more than that, she's a real human being and cares about people. And between us and the university and the Thompson, hopefully we will be acknowledged as a 4th stage of aging, with something to contribute. I'll also make a bit of a joke. We may lose our ability to speak and to drink because as we age, our muscles kind of get a bit weaker. So we've got, like everything else we do, we've got to use them. So that means talking to each other, a frightening thing these days. But it's very important in the aging is to engage in communication. Now, that's about it for me, except to thank the Chamber Music for all of their efforts and for recognizing that we need to bring people. We need to bring activities to the aged because we can no longer go out and participate. As you can see, I'm really not very much of a public speaker, nor do I like these microphones. Now, and saying thank you to everybody, I would like David to come over here. I've got a special little thing, a memento for this day. It's called, as I'm very keen to promote the 4th stage of aging and the importance of our lives. One of my friends had this and I thought it says it all. Just to show that we're quite with it as old people. This is a actually, it was a phone joke, but I thought it was so good. It's a lady standing up on her walker, and she's painting up on the wall, old people matter. So I thought you might like that for your collection.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for indulging me, and I really like to thank you all for the contributions you make to our lives.
Thank you so much, Helen and Sethna. It has been a very great pleasure to be here. So let me see if we can see you at the Sunshine Coast Music Festival. There are lots of venues around the coast. Have a look at the website, sccmf.com.au, or have a look in the My Weekly Preview, because we got a 6-page spread. And it lists all the concerts and where they are and what time they are. So hope to see you there. Thank you so much, everyone.
Including the local Aboriginal groups have included them, so you've done a magnificent job for the coast.
Thank you, everyone.